Breaking NBA silence. A seismic shift is unfolding across the league tonight. Draymond Green declines his $27.7 million player option. And just like that, the door swings wide open on a scenario nobody thought possible. LeBron James Anthony Davis potentially linked to the Golden State Warriors? This isn't rumor anymore. It's leverage. It's power. It's the kind of off-season earthquake that can reshape the entire NBA landscape in a single move.
The people in the league that I'm talking to today are giving me the side eye.
Okay.
And they're going, this is going to end up with Draymond Green getting a new contract in Golden State, LeBron getting a new contract in Los Angeles, and Anthony Davis getting a new contract in Washington. And again, I will just say that's all possible. But we just saw last week, okay, as you know, Rich, I am in enormous actions over words. I don't care about words. I only really care about actions.
Yes.
Last week, the Lakers were offering Austin Reeves this amount of money. He wasn't happy. Okay, he thought he might have to go elsewhere. The Lakers were concerned that the Pistons were going to offer over the top.
Okay.
And they dramatically increased their offer. Austin Reeves couldn't even believe it. Passes out on the golf course, right? So we just saw last week the actions of the Lakers seeing another offer out there for one of their players and then increasing their offer, okay?
Yes.
We just saw last week the Wizards giving Trae Young $200 million in a contract extension. And if I'm Anthony Davis, I'm saying, well, if they're going to give Trae Young a contract extension, why wouldn't they give me a contract extension? Okay? So I'm not saying I know, but part of this could be creating leverage for AD and LeBron in both Washington and LA, and then everybody gets paid on a contract. Or they could all end up in Golden State. I'm not sure which is going to be.
Signing his $27.7 million player option to become a free agent, sources tell ESPN. This move gives the Warriors flexibility to pursue LeBron James in free agency and Anthony Davis via trade to form a big four. Now, this obviously big news, Wendy, so I want to come to you, but what's your reaction to Draymond Green declining that option?
This is potentially, okay, a very big domino in this entire NBA offseason. Okay, this is the news we were waiting to see what was going to happen today. For months, the expectation was that Draymond Green was going to pick up this option, play alongside Steph Curry, and they were going to wait for Jimmy Butler to come back and try to assemble something in the second half of the season. This is an indication that Draymond Green is willing to take a pay cut. Now, if they don't get these players, Draymond could just re-sign right back into this deal. But this opens the door for the Warriors to use their mid-level exception of $15 million. And $15 million for LeBron James is a preposterous bargain, okay? But the thing that I have been told, the Lakers have interest in re-signing LeBron. They expressed that interest as soon as they were able at the end of the finals. They want to give LeBron a contract offer. They want to meet with him and give him their plan for what they want to do in free agency. But the way it was explained to me, Amina, LeBron has been unavailable for a meeting with the Lakers. And you're going to say, well, what does that mean? I don't know what it means. I know that is what I have been told. LeBron has been unavailable. He has been playing golf basically every day, whether it's in France or Akron, Ohio for the last week. He has been unavailable. The Lakers are running out of time. They need to begin their offseason. Now we see Draymond Green, a longtime LeBron James confidant, who has the same agent, who now opts out of his contract to open up a window. That doesn't mean it's a done deal, but it opens up a window. If Draymond had stayed in this contract, the Warriors would not be able to lower their salary down enough to get access to that $15 million. So I would just say this, stay tuned.
Wendy said it right there. I mean, this is a big domino to fall, David, in the offseason with Draymond Green declining that player option, possibly LeBron being able to go and play for the Warriors, Steph Curry. I mean, there's a lot of different things at play here, but what's your reaction to this news?
Earlier, I said that Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto was potentially the first move
How quickly
it
things change.
took about 5 minutes for that to be changed. I would like to welcome the Golden State Warriors back to big boy offseason moves. Like, they have been spending the last half a decade twiddling their thumbs, goofing around with this two-timeline thing that has been going on nowhere, and they thank the heavens again that Stephen Curry got them a championship in 2022 when their front office really didn't do enough to garner that. But they've been doing this thing with these draft picks, with Kuminga, with Wiseman, with all these things, trying to put a Band-Aid with Jimmy Butler and Porzingis and all this. Now you are ready to go ahead in the offseason and make the moves necessary to get a championship team around Stephen Curry for the first time in a very long time at the end of his career. If you're going to go out there and tell me you're getting Anthony Davis, if you're going to go out there and tell me you're getting LeBron James, with all of this going on, you have a puncher's chance with a guy who is still a top 10 player in the league. So kudos to the Warriors if they can get this or some facsimile of these kind of moves happening right now to maximize these last few years of Stephen Curry.
It sounds like such a great idea. So much has to happen. LeBron has to choose Golden State. Draymond Green and Golden State have to come to an agreement. Anthony Davis, what happens there is going to be interesting because the Warriors have a few picks that they can put into a trade, and Washington has been very long-term thinking as far as building around A.J. Debonta. They just re-signed Trae Young. The questions I have is, Anthony Davis, health-wise, where is he? He had a ligament in his hand. It cost him a lot of time as soon as he got traded to Washington. He was a salary dump. Is he a great idea, or is he a player that we've just forgotten about and he still has that type of effect? LeBron and Steph, the question becomes, can you keep both of these guys upright to basically go against San Antonio and Oklahoma City, assuming that those two teams are at the top of the Western Conference? Don't forget about Minnesota. This is a deep and young Western Conference.
Yeah. So Anthony Davis was traded to the Wizards midway through last season. The Wizards are in the process of trying to flip the whole team around. They get A.J. Debonta. They have Trae Young. They want to immediately improve their roster. They want to immediately try to at least make the play-in this year. Okay. Anthony Davis has 1 year plus a player option for $110 million total on his contract. Obviously, the Warriors here are interested in trying to go get Anthony Davis. And what they want to do is they want to have Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Draymond Green. That is what very clearly is starting to shape up here. Can they pull this off? Well, Anthony Davis just saw Trae Young get a $200 million new contract with the Wizards. Yesterday, Rich Paul, who represents Draymond Green and LeBron, and Anthony Davis met with the Wizards to discuss the future. I'm sure that Anthony Davis could be given a contract that would make him very happy to be in Washington. Maybe the Wizards are prepared to do that. Like I said, the Wizards want to win immediately. But if not, the Warriors could potentially come in there and make an offer. Now, remember, the Warriors were willing to trade 4 first-round picks.
Breaking NBA silence tonight. A seismic shift that no one saw coming. Draymond Green declined his $27.7 million player option, and instantly the entire league tilts off balance. This is not just contract news. This is a trigger. Because the moment Draymond walks away from guaranteed money, the doors of possibility swing wide open. And at the center of it all stands the most explosive question in basketball right now. Could LeBron James and Anthony Davis actually be linked to the Golden State Warriors? Not rumor, not speculation. Leverage, power, pressure. Sources inside the league describe it as a domino effect that could reshape everything we thought we knew about this offseason. And the timing? Perfect chaos. Because when Draymond Green steps back from certainty, someone else steps forward into opportunity. And that opportunity may be far bigger than anyone is willing to say out loud. Because Golden State is suddenly armed with a weapon they haven't had in years. With Draymond's decision, the Golden State Warriors unlock something dangerous: financial flexibility. A pathway opens, including the $15 million mid-level exception. And in this league, $15 million isn't small change, it's a magnet. Because if you attach that to a franchise already built around Stephen Curry, suddenly the impossible starts sounding structured. A Big Four scenario begins to circulate. Curry, Draymond, LeBron, AD. A lineup that breaks salary logic and maybe reality itself. League insiders call it preposterous. And yet they are not dismissing it anymore.
Because once a superstar becomes available, logic is the first casualty. But Golden State isn't operating in isolation because across the league, two franchises are quietly escalating the pressure game behind the scenes. While Golden State maneuvers, chaos is spreading elsewhere. The Los Angeles Lakers are reportedly eager to lock in LeBron James long term, but there's a problem. He's been unavailable. No meeting, no formal sit-down, just distance. Meanwhile, a different shockwave. Austin Reeves saw his contract talks escalate after external interest forced the Lakers to increase their offer dramatically. That's leverage in real time. And in Washington, another shock. Trae Young reportedly secured a $200 million extension, resetting expectations across the league. Even Washington Wizards are now operating aggressively around roster restructuring, and that includes discussions involving Anthony Davis. And here's the uncomfortable truth executives don't want said out loud. Every move right now is not about loyalty, it's about pressure. And when pressure builds across multiple franchises at the same time, something has to break. If even a fraction of this materializes, the Western Conference becomes unrecognizable.
Curry, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Draymond.
A superstructure built on legacy or collapse. But nothing is guaranteed. Because health questions remain, chemistry remains uncertain, and teams like Minnesota, Oklahoma City, and San Antonio are rising fast in the background, waiting for any super team experiment to fail. So the question is no longer whether this is possible. The real question is, who is willing to gamble everything to make it real? Because in the NBA right now, silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means everything is.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.